Greetings everyone, my name's Flare Blitz and welcome to Misdirector. The year is 1937, before all of us were born, or at least most of us, and actress Patricia Daly has found herself struggling in a film industry that's under new tighter restrictions, just like YouTube sometimes. Left high and dry in this film role drought, her last hope is a shady audition at an old mansion outside of town. Shady audition at an old mansion outside of town. That would give you a direct indicator that this role is not worth going for if your last resort is something that is shady and probably drug inducing as well. New reel. Would you like to skip the intro? Absolutely not! This is my first time playing this game. Let's see now. Patricia had arrived just after sunset as a thick fog rolled in. The night air was chilly, and dark clouds loomed ahead, threatening rain. With thunderstorms earlier today, she'd have a knot in the pit of her stomach the entire drive, and the haunting atmosphere wasn't helping. She'd spoken with a Miss Josephine Violetti on the phone. The woman had explained she was a director fresh out of film school who was interested in hiring Patricia to play the leading lady in her first real motion picture. The whole ordeal was sketchy as it gets. Josephine asked her to come late in the evening. Not suspicious. Alone. Not suspicious. To a mansion in the middle of nowhere. Definitely not suspicious. But Patricia still needed this gig if she wanted to keep the lights on and herself fed. Indeed, that is the case. So, despite her better judgment, she had come. And the director was friendly, but something felt slightly off about the way she smiled. Very sinister. Like she was excited about something she couldn't tell. The sinister look that she displays in her eyes. The plot thickens. The camera's rolling. This didn't ease Patricia's anxiety. She welcomed Patricia warmly, offering some tea and a set on one of her overstuffed couches. For only being an up-and-coming director, Josephine seemed fairly well off. A bit too well off, unless she inherited this place from her parents, or something like that. They discussed what part Patricia would play in the film. Josephine gave her a script. Patricia looked it over between her sips of bitter tea, making mental notes of its cliches. Miss Violetti started out asking fairly standard questions. Standard, yes, not suspicious ones. Ask about Patricia's previous work and her experience as an actress. Patricia listed off some of her previous starring roles, mentioning some of her well-known costers. And then, however, it wasn't long before the subject began to shift, and then suddenly questions like, what is the meaning of life and all that jazz. The director asked if she was easily scared. Okay. This is what you call the 21st century, where there are 420 health and safety protocols in place before even one thing can be performed. It doesn't smell right. Back to the drawing board. It's going to take another 2 months for the health and safety people to get back with their verdict. Patricia assured her she wasn't. She followed up her question asking if Patricia believed in ghosts. Right. Patricia didn't entirely know how to respond. What did this have to do with the script? The director had described her film as a murder mystery, not a horror. But this is labelled as a horror game in some ways. The director seemed to pick up on Patricia's slight confusion, so she reworded what she meant to ask. After someone dies, what do you think happens to them? Are you afraid of what comes after death? Patricia gave her a look, hoping the director was just kidding around. Maybe she was reading part of a script? Ms. Violetti stared at her intently, waiting for an answer. Her question was serious. Patricia averted her gaze, taking a long sip of her tea. She pondered for a moment if her tea was poisoned. Considering that she was alive after drinking at least half of her cup, it was safe to say that her tea was devoid of any arsenic or cyanide. That's the thing about games, especially like in the Red Alert universe or the Call of Duty universe. Don't ever accept a tea that's made by someone else. Or in lots of like murder mystery, fiction, drama, thriller films, is that do not accept tea from somebody else. Like, that is just a catalyst towards your demise, and there's nothing you can do about it. And then the questions got increasingly worrisome. How close like, that is something that you don't really ask, isn't it now? Do you have a significant other by chance? Do you worry about those who love missing you? Those who love missing you, I mean. Patricia continued sipping her tea to give herself excuses not to answer the uncomfortably specific questions, as she is like a journalist at heart. The director assured her she was just curious, trying to make conversation. Patricia still didn't answer exactly. The conversation shifted back to the script at hand. And the director insisted Patricia stay the night to learn her script and audition properly in the morning. It was a strange request to say the least, but she accepted regardless. She wanted to decline, but she knew fully well that telling her future employer no could jeopardize the whole affair, and Patricia wasn't willing to take the gamble. She had a low chance of survival either way. What is this, a game? Low chance of survival? Yeah, right. It sounds like you have a very interesting plot planned. Tell me again, how you got this all past a production code? Not that I have any issue, it's just it's a touch graphic. As it turns out, the highest code is much more forgiving to violence as long as the perpetrator is punished in some way by the end. So I can include as graphic a murder scene as I like, as long as there's little to no bare flesh, obviously. It's odd, really. They didn't even mention the dismemberment scene, and yet a side character's dress being above the knee was unacceptable. This sounds like a bit much. What was... I didn't even get to read all of that. What was that? I just said I'm familiar with their peculiar standards. I'm sure the film will captivate audiences regardless. I'm glad to hear you think so. My professors didn't think as much, unfortunately. I don't know what made them think they could teach at a film school. They gave my halfway classmates passing grades even though their assessments were so laughably predictable, so mundane, too standard, not going over the edge and trying something frisky or risky, I mean. And then they had the audacity to fail me, of all people. Can you believe it? Waste a ton of money, I'm doing better on my own. Yes, no doubt about it. Not to be a bother, but I'm not feeling too well. Is it something to do with the tea? Could you point out the restroom for me? Ah, sorry about that. Hopefully you'll be feeling better before we begin filming. Just behind me, in the door to the right. That's the bathroom. Can't miss it. Thanks. Let's see, we are definitely playing as the actress. And I think I remember there being the set of... whoa, we go super fast. It'd be too suspicious to call the police with us sitting right here. Maybe if I sneak back here later. Right. I'm not thirsty anymore. It looks like someone left their room key behind. I should probably leave it alone. Look, okay, when it's lost property, you deliver it there, and then stuff happens, like a person being happy because somebody was kind enough to be able to do that. Right, arrow keys to move, shift is sprint, even though we run like Sonic. X to open menu, even though we got no items, no handbag, not even cloak. I'm just kidding. I can't just go wandering around the mansion. Well, you can actually. It's very easy. You just don't allow said person to see what you're doing. Actually, let's just talk to you for a minute. You need help finding your room? I can take you there if you'd like. It's fine, really. Where did you say the bathroom was again? Just behind me in the door to the right. Thanks. Well, in that case, go to the door to the left. It's a coat closet. Well, okay. A pretty painter, some flowers. And the clock says it's 2:34. I'm presuming this is AM. Must be broke. Okay. Damn it! I thought that was the time. But that was very, very early in the day. Most people would be sleeping. You do have people on night duties. What about the stairs? Can I go up the stairs? I can't just go... Alright. That's so much for me being inquisitive. I don't know if it's supposed to be a bust of a human-rat hybrid, or if a person sculpturing it just didn't know what they were doing. Hey, every kind of art form is very unique in its own ways. A poorly sculpted bust of a man. It looks like whoever made it was an amateur at best. Okay, I can't leave now. I've already agreed to stay. Why am I so stupid? Well, I'm just looking out for all this kind of stuff for dialogue, that's all. That's all there is to it. Are you sure that oh, stupid, stupid, stupid. What about this is stupid? Why am I so stupid? Why are you so stupid? I knew I shouldn't have come here, and yet look where we are. It's okay. Okay, Patricia. Breathe. It's going to be okay. Maybe I'm just overreacting. Sure, she's been creepy since I got here, but being uncharismatic doesn't immediately mean she's homicidal. I just need to get through tonight. Everything will be fine. Everything. Oh dear. What? What was that? Oh gosh, look at that thing. Look at the thing that's reflected in the mirror. What the blank? Well, hi. Hope you're having a lovely day, wee whiz. Is the film being started? Wait. I think something happened. Where am I? What happened? Well, at least we end up in a comfy place. How did I end up in here? Last thing I remember, I was looking in the mirror, then that thing... Did I dream it? I don't remember going to bed. Either way, I'm not spending another minute in this place. Well, that's probably a good thing. Hello, we got ourselves a hat. An expensive-looking sun hat coated in dust. Oh dear, looks like somebody has not been in this room for ages. Just an empty chest of drawers. Well, I don't know what would... Maybe a bedtime story would help me sleep. Oh, who am I kidding? Bed? I can't sleep. Bed? I can't sleep. What about this tile? Or this one? I know the phone's going off. I'm just going to look at this. The script the director gave me last night. The writing's subpar at best, but I prefer not to put my job on the line just to give some constructive criticism. I think, at times, criticism structured constructively, would be better off for both of you. A vase of plastic flowers. Look, I'm looking over everything else first before... What was that crackle there? Patricia fixed her hair in the vanity mirror. Right. There's a single book here that sticks out. The pink book. And hello? Good evening, Miss Daly. Before you do anything else, could you please tell me what's happened to you so far so I can make you a file? You're in a very dangerous spot at the moment, and it'd be a shame if you died before I could make you one. What? Just what the hell is going on here? Madam, and how did you know my name? Or that I was here in the first place? Do you work for the director or something? Miss Daly, just... Oh, of course you do. Nobody else would know I was coming. Miss Daly, strange. I don't know if it even begins to cover it. I mean, it's possible that my tea was drugged and now I'm just hallucinating all this. It could be all just be a nightmare. But that's ridiculous, right? Of course, it is what I'm saying. I knew this was a terrible idea. I mean, who the hell invites a woman in the middle of... Patricia, not to be rude, but could you please stop talking? You interrupted me and we don't have a lot of time. Well, sorry for not being perfectly calm after being kidnapped. Okay, I understand. Please, just work with me for a minute. I promise I'll keep it quick. It isn't safe for you to stay here. That much you already seem to know. This Time Mansion is a death trap. If you want to leave in one piece, you'll need to help me and other spirits trapped here. You help us, we'll help you. Maybe if you survive, you can find a way to put an end to all of this. Do you understand? Sure. Okay. I'll bite. But how exactly, what part of not much time do you not understand? You can call me whatever you need through other phones in the house. I have to go, but before I do, let me save your file. Yes, that's what it means by file. Just as a precaution. But what does it even... Just let me help you. I'll explain later. If you ever perish in this place, the file itself will be able to recreate you. Meaning that there's multiple timelines. Fine, I'll let you make me a file. Yeah, thank you for your cooperation. Go push in the book on the bookshelf over to your left and pick up the phone in the next room. The bookcase is a secret exit. I'll explain more once you're out of here. Anything else? Anything else? The door won't open. Well, for goodness sakes. Oh gosh, another room. The room is now super... Hello? Can anyone hear me? The door's stuck. Well, looks like the room is so devoid of matter. Is anyone there? Well, oh dear. Looks like we're going to be swallowed up. Please, God, someone open the door. Nope, nobody's coming in there to help you. Oh dear. Anyone? Looks like there's a giant monster there. Yeah, so what happened there looked like a game over source, or an ending. There's 5 endings of this game, if I believe. Let's have a look at this game. Far too many really stupid jokes. 5 different endings. 1 detective ghost that won't leave you alone. 8 ghosts to help and cross over. Vain attempts at historical accuracy. A jazzy soundtrack to run for your life. And a massive mansion to get lost in. Estimated runtime is 3 hours. Well, for me, that could be about 4 or 5 hours. Because you know me, if you ever watched a Let's Play of my channel and stuff like that, we shouldn't be here. There's a book sticking out slightly. Okay, there we go. Right, I've done what you asked. Okay, we'll just go along with it. And this is the camera. A camera points at the sizable hole in the wall? Oh dear. Alright, all-seeing telephone girl. You've got some explaining to do. What the hell is going on here? Who exactly are you? And why do you need to save my file? Trust me, you already died once. There was these bunch of hands that grabbed at the wall because you tried to go for the door. The most obvious kind of escape from a room. What does that even mean? Madam, please slow down. 1 question at a time. Who are you? I'm a phone operator. We already get that much, but what about, let's say, a name, an identity, something that we could pin you to? Or at least I used to be one. I was hired on by Miss Violetine as a sort of secretary for a brief period. Nowadays, all the lines to be outside are cut, so the only place I can send calls anymore is inside the mansion. Well, that's inconvenient. And here I was hoping we could just phone the police. But that should be too easy now, wouldn't it? If I could make calls outside this manor, I assure you I would have called the police a very long time ago. In fact, if I called the police a very long time ago, then you wouldn't be in this mansion and we wouldn't be playing this game right now. But we aren't that lucky. Fair enough. Though you're dodging my question. Who are you exactly? I'm just a helpful phone operator, madam. You're trapped here as well, aren't you? Unfortunately, I'm like a rotom. I just float about in different appliances. I float about in this one phone, and then I float about in another phone. Unfortunately, yes, I am dead. You are speaking with the deceased over the phone. A real dead Rena. Do you have any other questions? Probably not about me. Yes. Am I in danger? I got out of that room just like you said. I'm in the clear now, right? Nope. Not quite. You're always in danger as long as you're here, Miss Derry. The director won't let you out alive. She never planned to. But director has a myriad of tricks up her sleeve, so it'd be best to keep your wits about you. She can be awfully unpredictable. Any further questions? Absolutely. What's a save file? Why do you need a file for me anyhow? Well, I need to know how much progress you've made and I need to record it. Should a terrible accident occur, I'll have a file for future reference. Future reference? In case someone else ends up here and I manage to get in contact with them. Perhaps what you find out while you were alive would be useful to them. That's reassuring, I guess. Any further questions? Exactly. How do I get out? The only safe way out is through the front door, which has been locked by now. Find the director. You find the key. Find the key, then you're free. But before all of that, free the ghosts. Easy. Easy. Right? Yes. In practice it sounds easy. But in the brain, people are so different from one another. People will be either, okay, here's a key, get out, or I'm going to fight my life so that you cannot escape from here. You've been here, being tortured and all that jazz. That gets my blood boiling, and I'm going to ensure that you're going to stay here for as long as I want you to, which is for forever. No more further questions. You should be going on your way now, Miss Daly. Please be careful. Would you like me to update your file before you go? Absolutely. Okay, there's 16 files. Cool. Doesn't mean there are 16 opportunities. Excuse me. What was that? Why is that floating outside the playable area? There's like a little white box down there below the camera. Also, a sizable... Oh, that's what it was. Can I push the camera out of the way so that I can reach into the sizable hole? Although, at that level, the sizable hole could be a little suspect as towards its purpose. Some rather dull paper flowers. This painting looks like it was done by someone different than the others. Have you checked all of the other ones then? She's pretty. Is she the director? She can talk? No, she can move her mouth. Yeah, exactly. Her face... Look closer, exactly. You seem a tad lost, darling. You've been standing around looking at me for a while now. Oh, I guess I am. You're not the first, darling. Feel free to drop by any time you need a nudge in the right direction. Will do. I will not come back to you unless I absolutely need to. Let's see, the bathroom. It's a toilet. Yep, just a sink. Some half-used makeup. It wouldn't have suited my complexion anyways. Just a shower. It's a bath and a shower. You can have either one. Although it would be rather daft to try and do both at the same time, you know. Have a shower... have a bath, laying there in the bath, while the shower just keeps running. Some sloppily painted flowers. Lovely. Hey now. Flowers are pretty even if you think they're not. Like beauty is upon the eye of the beholder. There we go. Another locked door has some sort of weird black ooze coming out from underneath. It's like this is a horror game or something. Oh look, another one. It's another bathroom. It's another toilet, and I'll just wait until I get home. Look, I know we're in a horror scenario and we may have limited time, but for goodness sakes, hygiene is very important. It may be the difference between having the energy to be able to get on your way and certain death. Right, we'll pick up this key. There's a small silver key on the floor. It's labelled room 2. Guess someone left their room key behind. We'll pick it up. We'll absolutely will pick it up. Don't need anything from the coat closet. Maybe we could get something. May never know. Sorry, I don't think there's anything in there I need. Are you sure? Would you like to save? Absolutely. Thank you very much. Telephone and mysterious ghost voice that somehow knows where I am at all times. This door's been locked from the other side. Well, how do you even know that? Tell me right now, how do you even know that? How do you even know that that is a thing? Right, a locked door. Was that the door we... yeah, that was the door we initially came in, wasn't it? Yeah, because that's a suspect hole there. Just looking at it, it's a perfect height for some kind of indiscriminate kind of activity. Right, oh gosh, there's bottles in here. An unfinished love letter, it would seem. How cute. Some wine bottles someone left behind, and another vase of plastic flowers. Just an ordinary bookshelf. And handwritten love letters, it looks like. So many of them all crossed out, though. It looks like somebody was famous. Wait, one of the books is sticking out. Trap finding for the unobservant. Oh, wow. Real subtle. I bet if I take it out, spikes will come down from the ceiling. Or the walls will start closing in on me. Or some other horrid cliche. Nope. Not gonna fall for a stupid trick like that. You know what? I get you. But we're going to do it anyways after saving. Can't sleep now. No skeletons in this closet. Were you saying there's going to be skeletons in other closets? How dare you seem nervous. Perhaps a book will calm your nerves. Alright. We'll pull it out then. Well, if I don't even have a choice. Patricia pulls out... Sorry, pulls on a book. And yes, there's a trap floor. Just fantastic. Well, at least we land on something. Damn it. That hurt. But at least I'm in one piece. But not my boom cheek. It's now bruised. A thin wooden shield mounted on the wall. A closet filled to the brim with props and costumes. Let's see. She must really like flowers. And one of the director's cameras, though this one looks pretty banged up. The lens is broken and one of the stand legs looks morphed. Oh, chewed on? What the hell's been chewing on that? Some rabid dog? Just a pile of old boards. Did I really manage to break that with my fall? Not saying anything at all. No questions needed. Unlocks the door. Christ, what is that smell? Smells like rotting meat and film chemicals. How do you even know that? Well, this is the 1930s. Some smells are obviously very distinctive back then. And that is probably one of them. A locked door with no label. We don't know which key would unlock. That can't be good. I should probably hide somewheres, like a closet or something. Let's see. This closet. Whoa, damn it. No good whatsoever. Right, so there was something in that closet then that prevented us from being able to go away and all that jazz. Right, we'll have to look at that again. Oh, this might be the one. Hiding by this closet. By the thin shield. Gosh, what is that monster? Is it gone? I'm not wanting to be food, for goodness sakes. Oh dear, let us now be on our way, hopefully. Hopefully it smashes down at least one of these locked doors around here. But I'm guessing not. That would be too easy to fathom out with no label as well. Okay, so what about down here? Looks like something was along here. Judging by the tracks on the floor. Goodness sakes. Right, it's locked with some sort of combination lock. Label says office, obviously. 234. There could be something actually. Like a combination for something. Why would she even hang this up? I don't know. I'm not the one you should be asking that question to. The player. A locked door with no label. Okay, so this must be the courtyard or something. It definitely looks like a courtyard kind of environment. There's an angel statue there. A statue of an angel in the middle of a fountain. Looks like it's been here a long time. Judging the decay and all that stuff and jazz and whatnot. In this day and age, in the game, the gap between the rich and the poor is super wide. Like olden days, and unfortunately today as well in less economically developed countries, the gap between the rich and the poor is hugely wide. Like some countries there's one or the other, but nowhere in between. Hello. Already watched that one. And that one. Would rather claw my eyes out than watch that one again. God, is there anything here remotely watchable? Hello. I give up. So it seems like you need some help there. How you doing? Would you mind making yourself useful picking out a reel for me? Excuse me? I said, make yourself useful and pick a reel for me. I heard, but why'd you need me to pick one up for you? Can you not pick them up or something? Fortunately, no. It's just that trying to pick a movie of hers to watch is like picking out what implement you want used to stab your eyes out. No matter which one you go with, it's not going to be pleasant. Seems a touch dramatic. You don't even know half of it. Well, are you just going to stand there or are you going to help me? I have questions though. Who are you? Don't you recognize me? Famous actress? Won Best Supporting Role last year? Sure you must recognize me. Not really. Ugh, how disappointing. You must have absolutely awful taste in film if you're completely unfamiliar with my work. I almost pity you, really. Excuse me? So, I don't watch many films myself, you know, since I'm usually very busy with other, more important obligations, like filming, going to charity balls, doing autograph signs, discussing contracts and brand deals. You know, the average schedule of a starlet. Oh, of course, how silly of me. How can I not recognize you of all people? Your performance as a creature from the Black Lagoon was simply fantastic. It's amazing how little makeup they had to do to make you... Oh gosh. Jackass. Exactly. Did you see that monster? Let me guess. Tall, lumbering, smell makes your eyes water, looks like it's made out of tar and rot. Yeah, that one. I've seen it. It's a little hard to not notice, and also the fact it's the abomination that killed me. Oh? I'm so sorry. I had no idea. It's tragic, truly. Talent such as my own wasted. It attacked me while the director was gone. She said she had a reel she just finished editing and wants to show me. No doubt she sicked it on me because I'd been critical to some of her camera work, and her writing, and music composition, and everything else. Honestly, I suppose questioning my employer's film-making credentials was a poor choice on my part. But can you blame me? But we haven't really done anything to her. And was robbing the world of a gifted actress such as myself really worth it? Okay, you seem too self-centric to care about others. I prefer not to talk about it any longer. It makes me feel ill to remember. Why? Perhaps if I can distract myself from the tragedy of my situation, my restless spirit can move on to the next life. And if you do me this favor, I'll tell you where to find my room key. You should be able to find something valuable to you among my belongings. Vulture. Never mind. Well, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to help me? Sure. Fine, I'll help. Shouldn't take long anyway. I didn't catch your name. What did you say it was again? Patricia Daly. And you? Anna Barton. Pleased to meet you. Well, Anna Barton, you sure are very too self-centered to care about other people. There's no real blame. That is perfectly fine by me and my standards. There's lots of reels. This one's labeled The Girl on the Hotel Balcony. Nope. That thing from the Murky Lake. Nope. Mansion on Murder Mountain. Nope. Let's see. This one's labeled Some Guys Like Brown-Haired Girls. What an incredibly generic title. That time the world stopped spinning. I think that's just called going to sleep and then the world is just completely transformed. Unless, of course, in the winter months you go to sleep at night and you wake up in the morning while it still looks like it's at night. Horrors of the Shadows. Nope. It came from the wine cellar. Nope. Right, what sort of things? Just load a reel into the projector when you're ready. In the mood for anything particular? I don't care. Whatever sounds like it'll be the least painful to sit through. Let's see. That thing. The Mansion on Murder Mountain. Do you know what? Because it has mansion in it, we're going to be picking this one. How does this sound? Worth a shot at least. There we go. Ah, finally now. Let's see what this film has to offer. Maybe she has at least one good movie in her collection. And some time later. That was terrible. God, if I didn't know better, I assumed she made this unbearable on purpose. If I hadn't already been murdered, then surely the second-hand embarrassment would have done me in. The acting, stiff. The direction, confusing. The writing, migraine-inducing. And to think I almost let this director hire me. And to think I actually did let this director hire me. Maybe I deserve death after all. Well, it seems watching subpar cinema isn't going to make me feel any better. Gotta kill for a glass of wine. I'm far too sober to deal with this. Maybe with some alcohol to numb the pain, my restless spirit will be able to move on. A glass had always helped my nerves before filming. You're kidding me. You want me to go find you a drink now? Can you even drink? I'm not giving you my key until I can move on. And I'm not going anywhere until I have some wine to help me cope. Fine, fine. I'm on it. We's on it. We's on it like a bull in a china shop, however you want to call it. Right, let's see if we can find some wine to help our nerves settle down. I don't think we've been in this part yet. Let's see, just some potted foamies, it looks like. Bloodroot odd. Bloodroot, sorry, odd. Bloodroot. Don't know the proper way of being able to say the name of those flowers. What a pretty shade of pink. Maybe before I'll leave, I'll steal a few. Those ones. Phonies? Not phonies. Like some words you just never come across in your life. And you just don't know how to pronounce them. That is me. Also, where is a place where I can save the game's progression? Because we've not yet found such a place. At all. At all, at all, at all. There's no telephone around these parts. Are they always only available on the first floor? Or the floor that we spawned on when we entered the game? Oh, a swimming pool. Lovely. Maybe I'll go swimming another time. When I'm not constantly fearing for my life. That's a good shout, actually. That's a good shout. Because there may be ghosts inhibiting the water. And we don't want any of that now, do we? Goodness sakes. Righty-hoo, let's move on. Move on with our day, and hopefully we'll be able to find a save point at some point. Save point some point. Get it? There was one upstairs, though, if I remember correctly. But there's no way to get upstairs. And these doors seem to be locked, so we're kind of in a sticky situation right now. Dining area, pretty painting of some flowers. Maybe we'll be able to find some wine here. Need a shortcut? I know this mansion can be quite the trek to get through. Okay, anything makes getting from point A to point B easier sounds good to me. Right this way. Okay. Wait, we're on the top floor now, aren't we? Yes, we are. Looks like there's still some wine left in one of these bottles. Lucky me. Patricia grabs the bottle. Yeah, sorry. What do you mean, sorry about that? I really dropped the ball on warning you about Trevor traps. Won't happen again, promise. Would you like me to save your progress? Absolutely. Thank you very much. Do not do that to me ever, ever, ever again. So these are our stairs. Hint, please. Any idea where I can find some wine and some glasses? The glass should probably be in the dining room, and the kitchen is across the ballroom, so you won't be able to get in there. Perhaps someone snuck some wine back to their room so they could have a little midnight drink. Shortcut, please. We will go to... Okay, so now this must be the dining room. Dining... there's some glasses, just what I was looking for. Yeah, 2! You saying that we should have one as well? Very irresponsible of us, and... You would think that being under the influence of alcohol when trying to escape a horror scenario is not a wise idea at all. But then again, being the scenario in the first place is not what you call ideal anyways. But it's better to be mildly better to be focused and looking around for clues while not under the influence of alcohol. But then again, you could also say that if for some reason that escape is not possible, then the idea of having alcohol to numb the pain could be like a last resort sort of thing. But again, it's called a last resort for a reason. I've brought you 2 glasses and some wine as requested. Oh, thank the heavens! It took you long enough. Oh, hush, it only took a minute. It took more than that. It took some convincing to get Anna to share, but they both managed to get a few glasses worth out of what was left of the bottle of wine. And they chatted about the film from earlier. laughing about its shortcomings and going on about what they would have changed about it had they had the chance to. As it turned out, after a glass of wine or two, Anna was quite pleasant company, though she never did explain how she was even able to drink, given her mostly incorporeal form. But I guess these things don't need a huge amount of explanation. I must admit, I didn't think you'd actually get the wine for me. I only realised after you'd left that perhaps my first impressions hadn't been the best. Exactly, you was very too self-centered of yourself. And because of that, maybe you decided to not help me after all. Leaving me with no wine, no good film, and no companionship? Look, we can only grant you two of the three things, okay? The wine could be questionable. The film definitely is, without a shadow of doubt, not great. But the companionship, top tier. Doomed to wander here in eternal agony with no hopes of escape. I won't lie, I honestly considered it. Well, nevertheless, you came through for me, and as such, I'll uphold my end of the bargain. I'll give you the location of my room key. I believe I dropped it in the ballroom whilst the director was showing me around. That's the last I remember seeing it. I'm quite recluse. Now hold the phone. I wish you luck in your escape, and in your Hollywood career. Terribly sorry for all of this. You didn't uphold our deal at all. Farewell, Miss Deli. Take care. Guess I'll have to search the ballroom then. Damn, that girl's tricking me. What about that? The key to the den is sitting between the couch cushions. Not the key we agreed upon, but it'll have to do. It's an additional key of sorts. And I believe the den was here. Okay. And the telephone's here. Lovely. Ah, it's always so cold in this place. Maybe if you have a spare time, you could get a nice fire going. Yes, I will allow you to save my progression, and folks, that will be it for the moment of Misdirector. I'm thoroughly enjoying this game, and I believe that this game in years to come will be remembered as a classic, like Eve, For Witcher's House. Cat in a Box is now getting up there as like a classic. That's been out for 2 years or so now. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next time of Misdirector. Have a lovely day and take care of yourselves.